Hey everyone, so I'm going to do a little video on time zones just to help us out with the activity that I've assigned. So if you notice, the continental United States is divided up into 4 different time zones, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at how that affects the time across the US. So for instance, if it is 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, meaning any state in this region, so let's say Maine, I want to know what time it is in Minnesota. Okay, so if I'm going from right to left throughout the United States, I'm going to be subtracting 1 hour per time zone. Okay, so since I'm going from right to left and it's 3 a.m. in Maine, that means it's 1 hour less in Minnesota at the exact same time. So it would be 2 a.m. All right, looking at the next time zone, if it is 2 a.m. in Minnesota, I want to know what time it is in Montana. So it's going to be 1 hour difference or 1 hour less. So from 2 a.m., it would be 1 a.m. at that time. All right, and we'll do one more. If I'm going from Montana to Washington, which is in a different time zone, I'm going to be subtracting 1 hour. So instead of 1 a.m., it would be 12 a.m. All right, so that shows me how to use my time zones. If I'm going from right to left, I would be subtracting. But vice versa is also true. If I go from left to right, I'm going to do the opposite, which would be adding 1 hour per time zone. Okay, so let's take a look at question number 1 and see if we can solve it. Okay, so on the assignment, it says, Daniel and Jody are flying to Massachusetts for a wedding. If their plane leaves California at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and lands in Massachusetts at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, what time will it be in California when they arrive? Okay, so first thing I did is I X'd out information I do not need. I don't need to know when they left because according to my question, I need to know what time they arrived. So I got rid of that time. And let's see what we're given. It says they land in Massachusetts by 3:30 p.m. So that is important. And it wants to know what time they will be in California when they arrive California time. Okay, so I'm going to take my map and I'm going from right to left, meaning I'm subtracting 1 for each time zone. So if it is 3:30 in Maine, I'm going to subtract 1 hour and it would be 2:30, subtracting another hour, which would make it 1:30, and subtracting another hour, which would make it 12:30. So in California, the time should be 12:30 p.m. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at question number 2. It says Carrie took a 24-hour train ride from Colorado to Illinois. If she arrived in Illinois at 2:45 p.m. Central Standard Time on a Wednesday, when did she leave California? So if you notice, I boxed, underlined, squiggly lined important information just so I know what we're working with, okay? So I know it's a 24-hour train ride. And I know they're going from Colorado to Illinois, so I'm going to have to use my map to reference what the time zone difference would be. If she arrived in Illinois at 2:45 on a Wednesday, what time did she leave Colorado? So I'm going to think if it's a 24-hour train ride and it's 24 hours before, it would typically be 2:45 on Tuesday, but that's in Illinois time. So I want to know what time it would have been in Colorado. So after I went back 24 hours, which would make the Wednesday into a Tuesday, I need to now reference my map, and I'm looking at Illinois to Colorado. So let's see here. Let's find Illinois, and then I'm going all the way to Colorado, and I just have to move 1 time zone. Once again, I'm going from right to left, so I'm going to be subtracting 1 hour. Okay, all right, so let's see if it was 2:45 on Tuesday in Illinois, it would now be 1:45 on Tuesday in Colorado that the train had left. So my answer is not 2:45. It's actually going to be 1:45 on Tuesday. All right, so I hope that was helpful. I went ahead and answered questions number 1 and 2 with you. You will need to reference your map in order to solve the rest. So thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.